Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video. We have our first sponsored video of the channel. I'm very excited to be partnering with Viofo. They sent me their new A119M Pro dash cam, and they also sent me a hard wiring kit as well. We're gonna be putting these two things on the car. With all that being said, let's get into the install. Okay, so I'm gonna be unboxing all the things that they sent me. We have first the dash cam. Take this little cover off. Shout out to them, really nice packaging. We have the dash cam up here, right up front. Very lightweight and very compact. It should just fit right up here on the windshield. Very simple, very sleek, excited to put this on. Now underneath this padding, we have some extra 3M little glass plate. If you have tint on your windshield, you can actually put this little glass plate and stick the 3M onto here. Let's say you want to pull the dash cam off, you can just take it off of this and it won't peel back your tint. We have some wiring, and this is the ultraviolet filter lens that it came with as well. Everything in that first box is sold together. So the wiring that it came with were a USB and a cigarette lighter cables, and then another USB to a USB-C cable. You can just plug directly from your cigarette lighter to the camera, so you know hard wiring is needed to have this dash cam. If you don't want to hardwire it or go through the process of installing a hardwired kit, this will work with those connections as well. But today we will be doing the full hard wiring with the fuse box. Now we also have the micro SD card right here that it came with, 64 gigabytes. This little device, which is a Bluetooth remote control. You can stick it somewhere. Just go ahead, just press that button on the front and it'll record that clip or capture that moment in case you need that right away. And last but not least, we have the hard wiring kit. In the hard wiring kit, we have the actual park mode sensor with 4 different buttons that you can use depending on how much you want to drain your battery during parking mode. This connects to the parking mode device, and this end connects to your actual dash cam. And this will be the main wire that you can run through your trim pieces and your headliner and the A-pillar to get to the fuse box. The last thing that came in that box were 2 sets of add a fuse little lines, and we have our actual fuses, our ground, and we have the running and the parking that we need to hardwire to the car. First thing we're gonna go ahead and do is take this fuse box cover off. It's right up under here. There's nothing really covering it. I'll just show you. You come right up under here. We have the fuse box right here. And this is the little cover piece. All you have to do is just kind of pry it and it'll come right off. Just like that. I took the fuse box cover off, and as you can see, there's a radio up here, and down here, there's a stop. When we're correlating the 2 wires, the yellow will go to the radio and the red wire will go to the stop tab, because the red wire will continue the parking mode on the dash cam, which is what runs and continuously powers the camera when the car is off, and the radio will give the camera its full function when the car and the ignition and the engine turn back on. Now that we matched the fuses with the fuse box, this first 7.5 right here will be our radio, and this 7.5 right here will be our stop. So yellow will have to plug into here, the stop will plug into here. And we have our added fuse thing that will plug into that actual fuse box, and the yellow wire will get tapped into these blue things, and we're just gonna use a needle nose plier to connect all of that, and then we can plug it into our parking module. So taking a look at our added fuse cables that Viofo does provide, they provide 2 sets of these. Our little fuse cover that we just took out of the fuse box, and comparing the sizes, this one is too small. This one that we are comparing right now is the right width. That, yes, it's the same size, but it has another prong here. Since we have to put 2 fuses into the fuse box, they provide 2 sets of these, so we're just gonna take the same one out of this one. The first one we're gonna be putting into the stop tab, so it's 7.5, nothing here, nothing here, and the 4th one down is our fuse. We can plug that into, just like that. We have this one connected. Now we have our radio one. We can go ahead and put in the top corner, just like that, we have our two added fuse lines connected to the fuse box. Now the fun part, we're gonna actually take the twisty off of these wires, and we can go ahead and finally put these into the holes. We have our end that goes into the parking module, and on this side we have our red wire, which will go into the stop, our yellow wire, which will go into the radio, and our grounding wire that we're gonna take a bolt off and screw a bolt onto so that this whole thing is grounded. First one we're gonna do is the radio wire, which is this top corner one. So all you have to do is take the yellow wire, put it through this little blue holder, make sure you push it in all the way, and I have a pair of needle nose pliers that once it's pushed in, just like here, we're gonna clamp this down. Okay, so we got the yellow wire on. Now we're gonna go ahead and connect our red wire to the stop cable, which will continuously run the camera while the car is parked. Not too hard of a pull, but you can tell it's sturdy. Same with this one. Now that we have both wires connected to the fuse box, we're gonna take our grounding wire and connect it to this bolt right here. So all it is just a 10 mil. I'm gonna take this bolt, loosen this up, but we're just gonna push this, slide this up underneath, and we're gonna go ahead and tighten this back. Our grounding wire is set. Everything is sturdy. Now we can go ahead and connect this to our little module. Okay, as you can see, we have all these wires here. Everything is hardwired. Now we're gonna take our little parking module that it comes with. We're gonna go ahead and stick this end into the module. In the back here, it has 4 little settings, and it has a switch that you wanna use it. Depending on what voltage that you want the battery to drain to is what you set it to. I believe the lowest setting is 11.8, and that will run you about 4 to 6 hours of parking time. And the highest, which is 12.4, I believe is about a day and a couple more hours of run time. I think I'm gonna put mine towards the middle, just so that it's a good length of run time when I'm parked, when I'm not using the car. That's about the daily driver average that it recommends to use is either 12.2 or 12 volts. So we're gonna go ahead and wipe down this area where we wanna put the dash cam, and we're gonna kind of line it up just to see how it looks. I think this is probably the best, right next to the mirror. Just take this 3M tape off the back, and we're gonna try to make it as straight as possible. We're gonna hold for about 10 seconds, make sure everything is good. Camera is installed on the windshield. Let's get the wiring connected to this and test it out to see if it powers on. This end is a USB-C, plugs into the actual dash cam. This end plugs into the opposite side of the parking module. The camera actually has 2 USB ports. There's one that goes on this side and there's one on the top. I'm gonna put mine on the top because it is a little bit out the way. Before we actually hide it under the headliner and the A-pillar, we're gonna finally connect it to this box just so that we can make sure everything's up and powered and running, so I don't have to take the wire back out if something happens. All right, the camera's wired. I have the parking module right here and the other end that's connected to the camera. So we're gonna go ahead, plug this in. Now we go ahead and set this up and make sure it turns on. Okay, so we're gonna start off with accessory mode. Let's go ahead and get this powered.
Please insert a memory card. Recording started.
Super happy with how easy it was to install this, and just the overall camera quality itself looks pretty good. I'm gonna test out the app too to see how well that works. We're gonna do some daytime driving and some nighttime driving. In the background, I have a drive I did recently, and you can just see how clear and clean the quality of the camera looks. In the bottom right corner, you have the date and the time. And in the bottom left corner, as you can see as it pops up right now, we have the speed in the miles per hour, and also shows coordinates as well. But as we get into the app, you're going to want to go ahead and connect a new device when you press the Wi-Fi button on the actual dash camera itself, and that's going to connect you to the camera. And as you can see, if you go to the video settings, there's a plethora of settings to go through. You can set all your specific requirements that you want specifically on the camera. As you can see here, I went to the time zone, and you can look at the different time zones that the camera provides for you. And I went over to the speed units and set it to miles per hour because that is the unit that I use here in the US. And the main tab that we want to go to is the parking recording tab. And this will show you all the parking settings that you have once you set up your hardwired kit and the hardwired parking. And here I just went through a bunch of settings that I think would work best for me. You can set up this however way you want to, whatever tailors best for you with the parking time and all that. And this is what I love about the camera, is that you have all these different settings that you can customize, and it just makes it very user-friendly to everyone. And VideoFo also makes it very easy to save all these videos to your camera roll. All you have to do is click on the video that you want to save, press the download button, and in seconds it'll save to the app. And all you have to do is go to your album tab, go to all videos, select both of them, and it'll easily be synchronized to your camera roll. Okay, now that the dash cam is fully installed, we're left with all this wiring. I'm gonna go ahead, tuck it all in the trim, get my footwell looking all clean. I don't want to be stepping on any wires when I drive. Okay, as you can see, we have the wire running. It's completely disappeared to the trims. Then we have it run down this way, hidden all on the dash. It runs out here. Now I'm gonna take some zip ties and organize all of this, make this look a lot cleaner, and hide it up underneath. There's a little cubby here that can hold some wires. So I think that's where I'm gonna stick them. Show you guys kind of how it looks underneath. All my wires tucked in to this panel right here. I electrical taped the open end that we connected to the quick taps and zip tied my remaining wires, tucked everything in, and it looks pretty clean. I have to go back in and just make sure everything is good, and I'll probably tidy these wires up as well. So it's been about a week since I installed the camera on the 86, and it's been honestly one of the best cameras, one of the best dash cams that I've used on this car. The video quality is really, really good, and I've loved it. Thank you to VideoFo for sending me this. You can use this code right now to get yours with a discount. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next one.